microwave.
We do not get paid enough for this.
We don't even get paid.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. Today we'll be making polpete or ribe, or fish fritters.
Ribe. You like rolled your R.
Ribe.
It sounded strange, sorry.
Polpete or ribe?
Yeah. But it's like you said the E with a rolled R. Okay, I can't roll my R, alright? This is how I roll an R.
Sounds like my friend Sam trying to do the French R.
It's like a cat coughing up a hairball.
Yeah, and now I'm going to have Nick telling me that I said it wrong.
Nick, comment on our spectacular French pronunciation.
Every single time I say something in French, Nick is like, no, and then says the exact same thing I just said.
Yeah, but he has more of a... I speak perfect French. Oui, oui, baguette, hamburger.
Croissant. Whenever Nick annoys me, I just give him like a really dumb French accent.
Croissant.
Hey, croissant. Hey y'all, we're down here in Versailles, Kentucky. We got our own little Eiffel Tower over here. Actually, no, that's in Paris. Kentucky or Tennessee? Where's Paris? Tennessee?
I don't know, but there's one in South Africa too. It's called Paris.
So this is, of course, a Dalmatian meal. Actually, it doesn't have to, of course, be a Dalmatian meal because it is fish. But it is fish and it is Dalmatian. This is basically like Dalmatian fish meatballs. Because instead of meat, we're making meatballs.
Meatballs, or are they squished?
They're squished. They're patties. But I would say, like, you'd still call meatballs polpette. I think we've done 3 kinds of polpette, including this one, because we've done polpette o tikvica, and we've done polpette fasciranci. And if you want to know why I'm saying both of them, you can go watch the video. The specifics of the fish that you use is entirely up to you. Kind of like when we did brudette 2 episodes ago. It really doesn't matter what you use, but you do want to keep the fish the same, or at least similar. So I have 2 orada fillets here, and then this is my nice little, no longer frozen jar of fish scrap. So like in the brudette video, when I was taking all the bits of flesh off the bones, went into here, and now we're going to use it in the polpette. So I really only got these 2 fillets.
Can you use a fatty fish like a tuna or a salmon?
I think so. You can do salmon. Like I've seen like salmon burgers, and that's kind of like, we're basically making fish burgers. That's not Croatian though. Tuna is Croatian, but I wouldn't use tuna for this. I feel like something that like just a normal tuna steak that really accentuates the taste of the tuna is better. For this recipe, you're going to want about 500 grams, just a bit, basically a pound of white fish, and we're going to cut it up. I have fillets here, and it's easier to buy fillets because then you know exactly how much you're getting. Because if you went out and bought a whole fish and filleted it yourself, sure, you can get the extra meat off the bones like we've already done, but you really don't know how much meat you're getting. I'm going to cut the skin off, which we should actually just do that right now. The knife here. It's super simple. You just want, like, you know, like I said, fillets. And if they come without the skin, even better. This is like a harkening back to like last time when I was like, it doesn't matter if you get like, you leave a little bit on the skin, like little flesh on the skin. It's going to be okay.
But you don't want skin in the burger.
You don't want skin in the burger, no. So part of it too is like, it doesn't matter if you really butcher this because we're cutting it up into like pieces anyway.
Okay, so he doesn't have a career in fishmongery.
There you go. So yeah, actually I should leave that there. Let me get some more of this. Like, ooh, there's some more meat. You know, I'll just scrape some of that off. And like I was saying earlier, it doesn't really matter too much if you like really mess this up, because we are going to be cutting this into smaller pieces, right? So I have this like have now. We're just gonna small pieces like so, right? Little piece. You can even just break it up, something like this, right? It's basically like you're trying to make ground fish. It's kind of disgusting when you think about it, but that's what we're making. And all of the fish can just...
Oh, what a pleasant noise.
So the reason so all this fish in here has already been kind of like, you know, minced. I hate when British people say like mince, but I get why they say it. It makes sense. But we have all of this fish here. We're going to put this bowl. Into the bowl. So the fish in the bowl, I took to the parsley and just have the leaves here, and we're going to chop this up. Actually, a lot of parsley, but you know what? That's fine. So we're using fresh parsley right here. I just kind of like bunch it all. What?
Watching it from this perspective, you roll it over and then you unbunch it on the other side the whole time.
Well, yeah, it happens.
It's a Sisyphean effort.
So try to like bunch it up as much as you can, and we'll cut through the parsley into strips, and then we'll like try to mince it as best we can. So as I was saying, we are using fresh parsley, but we are using onion powder and garlic powder. And the reason for that is I hate how like the way dried parsley tastes. I find it very kind of grainy. It's not really nice if you like bite into it and it's just like dried parsley. But the onion powder and garlic powder, because a lot of times when I make fasci avanzi or polpette with real onion and garlic, the onion and garlic fall out and they're just kind of in the oil burning. So this way we'll get the flavor of onion and garlic without having to worry about it falling out. I think that works a lot better. So.
Parsley bre.
Just gonna put parsley in. Now we have our parsley in here. An egg. The egg is to bind.
Kinky.
Salt. The seasoning. Pepper. Same reason. You know, actually, you could probably put like some zest of lemon in here. Onion powder, which I need. Garlic powder. Okay. We'll also add in some flour. This is to help hold everything together. I need to do just a little bit at first. Yeah, because you can add too much. And I'm also adding breadcrumbs for added texture and binding. You could also save the breadcrumbs and then roll them in the breadcrumbs before we fry. That'll just add some extra punch on the outside. And now we stir. And if it looks too wet too, just add a little bit extra flour. The flour, like I said, will help bind everything together. We do want some more of it. Probably more breadcrumbs. And we want this to hold together. Like we don't want this to like fall apart once we make it. This isn't making... I guess this is making just as much batter as it's supposed to, but a little extra would be nice, but whatever.
Is this one of those measure with your heart type recipes?
100%. I'm giving you numbers in the description, but like you should just kind of be able to eyeball it. And once it looks like basically like this, should be good. Should be good. I mean, like you can always play around with it as we're making it. So actually, we're gonna make them now. This is too small, I feel, but we're going for it.
That's what she said!
And we're just going to take like a handful, and form them into patties. Really simple. Just pat them down. You want them to be like maybe half an inch thick, because you want them to cook all the way through. And we'll do this until we have used up all of the dough, or batter, or whatever. It's actually a little easier if you wet your hands first. I just did it until now. I do this anytime, like when I make dumplings as well. It's like, oh, I could have made this so much easier on myself if I wet my hands. But I didn't.
Could you put like something like maybe lignea or something in this?
You could definitely do this like with different fish, like squid could be yummy. Really like crab or clam too. I remember when I was in the Bahamas, like conch fritters were like delicious.
Shrimp?
Shrimp too, yeah. Shrimp you can even like grind up into more of a paste. That's what they do in like Asian cultures.
Yeah, I got shrimp paste in the fridge.
Just gonna and you like dust it off, right? And it comes exactly as you wanted it to.
Why wouldn't you just dip them into a bowl of breadcrumbs?
Because then that would have been meaning I needed to have another bowl out, and I would have dirtied, and I'm being lazy.
Valid.
If you're ever curious about why I did something the way I did it, the answer is almost certainly I was just being lazy. Here we have our patties. So let's head on over to the stove where we will fry. So here at the stove, I have about 1/8 of an inch of olive oil coming up in this pan up to temperature, and then we will fry directly in here. Yes, you can fry this in olive oil. We're not deep frying. It's not going to get that hot that it will start to smoke, so it is totally fine. And olive oil is tradition. I'll fit all of these in because I said so. And you know how well that often works on this channel. And now we just fry until golden brown. Oh, they move, which means that they're probably golden brown. Nice, look at that. So we'll just go ahead and flip the rest. Let's get them flipped. Ah, these look amazing. You are almost certainly going to cook these through once they're golden brown on both sides. But if you want to double check, this should be at 145 Fahrenheit. So just probe in the middle to make sure. But these should be done soon. Yeah, I think maybe like another minute, how long it takes me to get a plate. I have this plate here with a paper towel, and we're going to put our fritters on here so they can drain all the oil. Now these should be cooked through once they're golden brown on both sides.
Because you were wet.
Alright, these should be done like once they're golden brown on both sides. But if you want to make sure, just get a temperature. This should be 145 Fahrenheit in the center. Some oil drain off there, but yeah. Well, let these drain and cool, and I'll meet you back at the counter where we will serve. So we've gone ahead, put this on a different plate now that it's drained of oil. Threw some parsley also on top. We have some lemon, and I went ahead and made some tartar sauce that we can dip into this. Tartar sauce we made on this video, and I'm not saying the name because I don't remember which one it was. Fried calamari?
Maybe.
Might have been fried calamari. Anyway, I've also gone ahead and poured myself a glass of wine because why not? This is a very nice rosé, and it's the last bottle from 2024 that the Vinoteca near me has, so I'm gonna have to savor it.
Why not?
Why not? And we'll go ahead and taste it. I'm so excited. They smell so good. Like, they're not overly crunchy, which I think is perfectly fine. They're just the right bit. The breadcrumbs are doing a lot of good here. And like the fish is so nicely like cooked through. It's flaky, it's tender, but everything is still holding together as like a nice patty.
Physically pains me that I'm not capable of eating these.
And if she ate them, she would also be physically in pain.
Yes.
This was Polpete di Ribe. If you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, ciao battere. Like, you know, working at the car wash. Yeah. You know, we never did a car wash in college.
Usually it's hot girls that do that, so.
We would have been hot guys. Coming out of our frat house. Short jorts. Thongs on our bodies. Mainly like right here to cover the nipples.
What are thongs on your body?
I realized I was trying to say bras, but I said thongs. And then I was pointing to my nipples and was like, oh, I gotta commit.
They were in mankinis.